Hi, we've been talking about compassion fatigue. We've talked about its signs and symptoms and its effect on the workplace and its effect on our own selves, as the negative effects it has on our relationships. And the question that we have today is, when is it time? How do I know when it's time to give up? Well, that question can be construed in two different ways, right? So, when is it time to give up on myself? The answer to that's simple: never, never, never give up. It gets hard. Therapy's hard. If anybody tells you that therapy's a piece of cake, they're lying to you about other things too. It is not. It's painful to go ahead and feel the feelings, and the feelings just want to be felt. And if we continually turn away from feeling our feelings, they build up. So when they do come bubbling out, they're overwhelming. And that's why we develop a way to go ahead and feel our feelings. So never give up on yourself. There is always hope. As long as you're alive, there's hope. But when do you give up on your job? So compassion fatigue is a negative spiral that happens when we deal with other people's pain constantly. So when is it the job that's the problem and not just us? And so there's three things I want you to ask yourself and pay attention to before you make a decision to leave a job, because you wouldn't have a job if they didn't need you. And changing jobs is not easy. There's relationships that change, and going into a place where you're not competent is very uncomfortable. And so changing jobs is not an easy thing to do. And really, you want to give it the best shot you can, because longevity matters. If you're working for a city or state or county, you probably have pretty good retirement benefits, and you really don't want to mess with that. Well, I can't make that decision for you, but as a retiree, I highly recommend that you don't mess with that. But that's another topic. So the first question I want you to ask is, have I done everything that I can to make things better? Because we know that when we make us better, we make our environment better. When we are healthy, we bring health to the environment. And so, have I done everything? Have I spent some time developing a new habit that will elevate me, whether it's exercise or eating right or the 5 minutes of silence a day or something else? Have I done the work? Because if you haven't, it's time to do it. The time is now. And if you find that you cannot, or if you try it for a few weeks and it doesn't have a positive effect, I want you to think about getting a counselor. I want you to think about seeing a therapist, because if we can fix this on our own, we want to. And if we can't fix this on our own, it's not going to be fixed magically. We've got to take the next step and go to a professional. And the second question I want you to ask yourself is, there something about this environment that is so toxic and is immovable? It's not going to change? I'm talking about policies that are intractable and untenable. I'm talking about toxic supervisors who are disrespectful and who yell and who have a terrible, terrible time trying to communicate what they want. And so you're confused about what they want, or they tell you one thing and the next day it's something else. Those kinds of communications are so confusing and difficult. And if it's a toxic environment and you're getting better doesn't make the environment a little better, and then I want you to ask yourself the third question, which is, do I have other opportunities? And the answer is, of course, yes, you do. You are valuable in the marketplace. You have skills and abilities that can be applied to other positions. If you want to stay in the same field, there's often another agency not far away. But if we're the problem, then we bring the problem with us. And so that's why the first thing we need to do is do what we can to help ourselves get better. It's my heart to give you the material that you need to create a life that you love, to do the work, to put in the reps, to have this life where you are reaching your goals, where you're growing the way you want to grow. When that gets difficult for you, I am that professional that can help you with your habits. And it is my delight to do so. My name is Edie DeVilbus. My company name is Shape Good Habits. I'm a team culture consultant, and so I help teams come together. And I also have a few spots to do individual mentoring to help you personally with your new healthy habit. Why? You got to take care of yourself. You're the only one like you we got.